of this year, yeah.
Hmm.
But it's actually season like 30 by now.
Mm.
Hmm.
Pokemon Go. You burned a ton of calories this week. Claim your reward.
You what?
Pokemon Go just sent me a message like, you burned a tons of calories. Earn your reward.
Yep.
If you count my hands shaking.
Just wait until it starts reading what you and I actually do.
Oh boy, if I get like an iWatch. Is it?
There was this dude who had a Fitbit, but it digitally went to his parents' computer, and she goes, "How the hell have you gone 700 or done 700,000 steps and you never leave the house?" And he's just like, "Wait, how do you know that?" She goes, "Didn't you know your Fitbit automatically?" He's like, "Those ain't steps, mother." She's like, "When the what can they? Oh, you dirty
uh,
boy!" She's like, "Give me that fucking Fitbit right now and give me your phone. You're grounded." And he's like, "Mom, I'm 17, almost 18, within like 3 more days." And she's like, "I don't care. Not in my household." And he goes, "I've been doing it since I was like 12." And she's like, "Oh, Brandon."
I definitely know I am ovulating today though, cause I noticed going towards it, I get stickier.
Nice.
And when it's the absolute stickiest is when you're ovulating and you have that fertile window.
Yeah, the what? Oh, fertile window. I don't know why you
Yeah,
had to say it.
cause
Fertile
when
window.
yeah, it's what my app says. But what I'm really wet is to make it go smoother for
Babe, I'm
the other
streaming.
men. I know.
You realize kids and my parents watch this. You know this, right?
Well, it's education.
My dad does not need to know this. You think I'm a horn dog? No, my dad is even worse than me.
I actually kind of forgot that you were streaming.
Way to go, dumbass.
Whoops.
I was just like, wow, she's being very descriptive on my stream on about how sticky you are when you're ovulating. It's like, thanks. I definitely needed to know that. Thank you. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just like, kind of like, are you really not giving a shit that I'm streaming right now?
Hmm. Yeah. But nah, it's a way for your swimmers to get quicker. Really?
It's not, the stickiness does not make it quick. It honestly
What?
depends on the guy himself on how fast his swimmers are, period.
True.
That has nothing to do about the woman. I mean, yes, a soulmate capability and the same pheromone of scent that attracts each other. Yes, the swimmers will be more attracted to your pheromones. Yes, I do agree with that. But your super sticky slime does not make the swimmers go faster. No, it actually gives it a what it does. It makes the sperm last longer.
Yeah, yeah, that was what I meant.
Yes, because your vagina is a deadly death trap
Yeah.
for sperm until you ovulate.
Hmm.
And most people don't understand this and why they always have trouble. And that's why they say that sometimes it's a woman not being a fertile woman when
Hmm.
it's not really. They're doing it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And they're not a capable couple for that part. And it doesn't should not matter, but your body does matter if you're capable of that partner or not. That's what
Hmm.
makes it different. Compatibility with because that's why you see some fucking families with 7 fucking kids. Their compatibility is so fucking high that they can't even get away from that window
Hmm.
because his scent activates her ovulation stickiness and allowing the sperm to survive more than 2 days on average.
Hmm.
See, I mean, if a guy has good swimmers and she doesn't ovulate, like it's not her time and her vagina's in death mode, a good set of sperms can reach the egg still up in the fallopian tubes. That's where most pregnancies happen, actually. It's not the ovulation time. Because a lot of people don't know when a lot of females don't know when they're actually ovulating. A lot of females actually don't. And it's actually quite sad. There is
Unless you
no,
actually get into it and track your cycle, which is what I'm trying to do.
well, it's not really tracking your cycle. You just know what you're looking for because of what your app tells you to. If a person is educated enough, like a doctor knows when, let's say it's a female doctor, she knows when she's going to ovulate and know exactly what day and how off her period is going to be for the next month because she knows her body and she's a doctor and she studied it upon this. That's if she's a gynecologist.
Hmm.
Let's just say she's a gynecologist and actually studied that part. But most doctors actually, every single doctor goes through every part of the human body. It's just what type of doctor are you going to be? Are you going to be an orthodontist? They go to the same school.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Did it just make a noise?
Hmm.
Was it a voice? It sounded like a robotic guy voice.
I know.
Kind of sounds like system failure. But I didn't hear what it said, so.
Me neither. Warning against his honey tricks on TikTok. Okay. Of course.
Hmm.
The freaking new honey trick. Oh my god. This fucking app, I hate it.
What, TikTok? Anyway,
Uh,
continue.
yeah, what I was trying to say was, that, he was a little wrong on the recipe on it. Is that some people have mixed, like, is it cornstarch? No, corn syrup. And honey. And then they freeze it in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes out smooth. This guy is like saying you might as well chew on a sugar cube.
I chewed on sugar cubes before. They're not that bad. I actually prefer sugar cubes.
Yeah. He was talking about like it will damage your teeth and blah 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 blah. We know that honey is pure sugar.
And bees vomit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just pure sugar. It's actually liquid nectar. That's what nectar tastes
Yeah.
like. But the bee secretion to make it last longer. That's why honey is why they call it the bee's vomit. Is because it's actually nectar that's been processed to be preserved. Hence the fact why there is sugar, because sugar is actually a natural preservative.
Yeah.
That's why it's so sugary.
We got influencers over here saying we only fangirls get slut shamed.
No, they don't. Only fat girls get slut shamed?
Only fans, not fat.
Uh,
There's a reason why people that do OnlyFans get slut shamed. You're posting nudes for money.
so you're being a prostitute.
Exactly. And they're talking about, well, we shouldn't be shamed for wanting to promote it on our Instagram. You're literally promoting prostitution.
Mm-hmm. You what? You just want to slap that bitch?
Hmm. And it's a girl with too much fillers in her face.
Ugh. Botox.
Hmm.
Gross.
Oh boy.
Hmm. Hmm. What?
Okay. Fuck your phone. It's a video showing how the extreme weather is gonna be because at the end of August and then towards fall, we're gonna have very bad weather. And the UN's climate report is saying that Norway would definitely have a hard time with floods.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that we struggle with is our rain. It gets very bad.
Hmm.
Because the way we build, it's not built for rain. And still, we keep all structures the way it is. And don't even fucking fix it. And then we complain about it. Oh, we probably should have done this and that. Probably should have done it from the beginning with. What is Norway doing with the McDonald's ice cream? Oh yeah. Now, well, the fucking McFlurry, you know the spoon?
Hmm.
Well, because Norway has made, um, has fucking plastic, one-time use, like, for straws, spoons, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Illegal!
So what are they doing with the McFurley spoon?
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Because that's what makes the McFlurry. The McFlurry is the spoon.
Yeah. People wrote on Facebook, RP McFlurry. Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
It's
What?
no longer whipped together. Either an employee does it for you or you have to do it yourself.
Why?
Cause it's a wooden spoon.
That's worse for the environment!
I know!
Do something useful that you can harvest, like hemp. That doesn't take 7 years for it to grow. To at least average height. Unless you want to build wooden structures, then you gotta wait 30 years for that tree to grow. Holy fucking hell. Your country's dumb.
Mhm.
We're just using biodegradable plastic.
Exactly.
Because unless you're, Hollywood, then your plastic straws turned into paper straws wrapped in plastic. Wow, so smart.
Mhm.
But the whole reason for that is so the sea turtles don't get straws up in their nose. That's the big reason. God, swathing this field feels like it's taken forever, but just imagine if I was using that John Deere swather that is only like 3.4 meters wide and only goes like 11 miles an hour.
Mhm.
This one goes 11 miles an hour, but it has a 30-foot platform.
Mhm.
It is literally tripled the size. See, this one makes no sense with people. Oh, I could have got an 18-foot draper head for it. Why don't you use the draper head for cutting grass? It's built the same way. Except that instead of using an auger, it uses belts, which is actually a lot safer for the
Oh.
alfalfa, and you won't lose. Uh, Same with the disc binds. Like, yeah, the disc binds are good. Yeah, you go faster, but the hay quality, you're losing the leaves out with it, though. Because you have to imagine that they're just mower blades. That's all they are. See, that's why I would always use the traditional sickle section, because and using a draper head. I'd use a draper head. I don't care if it's a 30 foot, 25 foot, or an 18 foot. If I'm going to get a swather, I'm going to get a draper head and selling that fucking, uh, auger head. Your normal swather head. I'll get rid of that. Because the draper heads, you have to realize, they're just belts that bring
Mhm.
the crop in. So imagine, because of the flats, right, on an auger, cuts in, I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, but it's better than a disc bind. But yeah, the disc bind, yeah, you get to go 20 miles an hour and you cover acres a lot faster. Granted, I get that and I respect that. But your hay's going to be dirty because it's picking up all the dirt and all the crop dust and it's breaking all up the crop dust. But with the regular swather head, with the flats on the or for an auger swather head, it it cuts into the stem, and you're going to lose leaves that way too. Why not use a draper head for all your swathing needs? Like, you get to cover more grounds because more acres at one pass. Because, like, let's say if you're going to use a 30-foot draper head, right? The
Mhm.
30-foot draper head will cover just amount of. or 2 passes of a normal swather head, and it will cover a pass and a half on how many acres, because a discbind just goes so fast. But if you upgrade your sickle section for it to go faster, and you can go faster in crop, by all means, use the draper head. Because you have the sickle section not creating dust, and you're cutting it at the lowest part of the stem as you can. I mean, the discbind does the same thing too. But, and then with draper heads, you can have wheels to adjust your header height on how low your crop is, for one. Two, if you're going to bail up Turtle Kaylee or whatever, that's like the best thing to do it. Because it's still you can harvest with it, like, and you cover about the same ground as like a normal combine, but just faster. And depending on like how thick your crop is. It keeps it, you know, just it keeps the hay quality that much better, I feel like. I mean, you won't have the dust like a discbind would, bringing up all the pollen and stuff. Are you allergic to pollen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun for you when we do hay. Especially if we ever use a discbind. Oh, you do not want to be outside. Or around it at least. So crop dust is gonna affect you wholeheartedly.
Well, Red Dead had an update.
Okay.
It gave
And?
me a notification for it.
Okay. Is your farming sim download?
Still downloading.
How much do you have left?
It's like freaking 5. But it says an hour left.
It's 5 out of what gigs? 20?
I don't think.
You don't think
Trying to
farming
see.
sim is that big? I don't remember what farming sim gig, or like how much data it has.
I guess squint. Cause I can't see.
You fucking blind bat. You need to get laser surgery.
That's the only thing I'm really terrified of.
I mean, ask my
Is
mom. As long as they don't have to cut your cornea to do it. Because your cornea never heals.
Oh, lovely. That's. Thank you for
But as long as
14
you...
gigs.
How many gigs?
14.
And it's at 5?
Mm-hmm.
No, that ain't too bad. I'd say about an hour, yeah. But it's probably going slower now because you're on YouTube watching me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But YouTube goes faster than SharePlay. That's why it took so long. Because of SharePlay. Because SharePlay mimics the game, so it actually has to process it like a normal game.
I'm definitely tired. But I definitely took a lot of my energy.
Yeah. Me, it's just a normal day.
But
And
I
plus, I'm
haven't
breaking you
that
in.
much, and you do everything every day. I don't.
And you don't do as much as you normally, or what you did that time either. Right? What is it, once in a blue moon? Not even. More often than that, but still. What?
Nice hit.
Thanks. Who's watching?
It made me jump.
Who's watching now?
I had no idea. I can't see.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. YouTube's different.
Yeah.
What? I asked what? Because you made a noise.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice I was.
God, this field is huge. You know, I never use Rostelmosh as like a common brand, like a, like a John Deere or a Case. Like I never go full out, but
Hmm.
I'm going full out because now there's a swather, so it would make sense to swap their combine and then silage cutter.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we get down with this field.
Hmm.
On the mowing side of, or on the swathing side of things. Because I gotta go do another field. It's not alfalfa though. I think it's either wheat, barley, or rye. But then I don't have to use this fucking tether behind me.
Mhm.
So that makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the thing at work, I've been working on the drills, you know, for however long. That's why I don't really change on what I did today because that's what I did. But finally, at the end of the day, well, Tom kind of annoyed me a bit. God, I wanted to just punch him in the face. You know, I bet I just wanted to punch Tom in the face because he was kind of being a dick at the beginning. Because he
Yeah.
was like, "Well, do you know how everything goes back on?" I was like, "Kinda, yeah. I have to actually look at it." And he goes, "Well, look at it," and he was kind of pressuring me into looking at it, so I didn't actually put full thought process into it. And I was like, I don't know, maybe this way. And kind of find out we just had the we had everything right, but the plate was just backwards, right?
Mm.
So what we had to do
Yeah.
is just on. Well, we didn't. I had it bolted down yet, like fully on every single section. So we just had to take the screws back off and just turn the shaft over
Yeah.
with the implement or with the meters on it. Because imagine if we had to take everything off, like every collar off, like if we had the shaft right and the plate right, we just had the fuckers on the wrong side or flipped over.
Yeah.
Um, huh, yeah, that would have been a bad day because then we had to take all the collars off and every single meter off. And the thing about those meters is they're not really perfectly built. They're all plastic. It's just straight up all plastic. And they don't bolt together. It's just
Mhm.
free spin on everything. So the actual meter on the how much flow adjust, it's one piece. But you got the main like like a turbo looking thing, right?
Yeah.
This turbo looking thing is just one piece. You got a little PVC pipe that goes in the middle of it. And that's the spacer, and that's how you adjust like how much flow you want of crop to go into it, like of the
Yeah.
seed. And that the part that spins, there's a plate on that backside, which is the backstop, which helps the adjust. It kind of contains the flow. So you got the spacer, then you got a key, a plastic key that helps keep everything in line, and keeps the fucking spacer tube or spacer pipe from just wiggling everywhere. It keeps it from doing that, and also it keeps this little spacer washer cover plate that blocks the PVC tube from getting, and it keeps the collar from getting locked into the meter. So, and it is annoying and putting them together. And when they come packaged, they're all you have to put it together. Then you have to put it on the shaft without fucking up anything and make sure everything's backwards because you would have to take the whole meter off and fucking fundle with the tube, fundle with the fucking washer, and you gotta fundle with this thing to make sure that it goes in the fucking spot because there's slots put into it just for little specific little male slots that is supposed to fit in. And there's only like 6 slots, and it's just it's it's garbage. And when you originally take the original, like the original meters out, you know, the ones that we're replacing, the collars are grooved in, and you have to tap it with the hammer, you know, tink, 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 so you don't ruin the shaft and you don't ruin the collar, because you could bend the collar, which would not be a good idea either. Oh, and he was just being a dick because he was just, oh, well, is this right? I was like, I have no fucking clue. And he goes, well, what's wrong with you? Didn't you take this out? And I was like, I did, but I slept since then. Oh man. Then he kind of chilled out with me a bit because he was like, how did you take this off? I was like, it's a bitch. And he goes, well, the how could it be a metric head bolt on a standard and have a standard nut? I was like, beats me, but that's how it works. And he goes, well, it needs to be standard. Well, we rounded off 2 fucking bolt heads. I let him, you know, just sometimes with older people like that, like Tom, since he's in his 70s, they just have to learn their own way. Because they, you know, they think that since you're young, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I kind of let him do, and let him, he's like, oh, well, I just rounded off the head. And I was like, yeah, because Justin did say that the 8mm fits tighter than the 15/16s. It just fits tighter. So, no, I'm going to have to move that tractor. There we go. God, I'm finally done with this field. On the swathing part of it. I think this might just be weak.
Hmm.
Yep, it's weak. Dee-dee-dee.
I forgot we had a phone call.
Did you really?
Yeah, I closed my phone.
So did I. There we go. It's only at 10%. Well, I need to get up and get me a water. Since I bought me water.
Yeah.
Oh, haven't even opened it up yet. Kinda need to. Alright, put my shorts on. And go pee pee.
Yeah, say that on stream, babe.
Well, I could say pee pee. Now, the part is. That's the
Feel
part
better?
that I. Yeah, that's the part. Ow! That's a doorway.
Mm.
Put one in the freezer. I hate that my air fridge has a vacuum sealer. So as soon as you close the freezer or the fridge, you can't open the other door. That's for me for work. And take one for right now. Yeah, it's room temperature. My cat's just staring at me like, really? She goes, why were you so aggressive? He probably wanted me to do this. Turn your camera back on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the cool air on my balls feel better. Just had a blanket on.
God, babe. I love you, but fucking hell. The cold air feels so nice on my balls. She's like, what the fuck?
Like, what was that for? You see how
It's
big this field is?
moving. Yeah. I can see her shadow. Oh, I no. Oh, first just leaves licking herself.
Yeah, she's doing that. Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Oh, she gave you the evil eye of what I just saw.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, dare you mock me, peasant?
Oh man.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. What time is it?
Phone. It's 8:27 here, so it should be 1.
Only 127. Oh, toe itched. Weirdly.
Hmm?
My toe itched weirdly.
Mm.
Dry $79 at Bales. Normally in real life that's a higher number. Is this sugar cane? Nice. I can do sugar cane harvest. Never actually did it. Where is Bales anyway?
Not sure.
Oh, all the way down there. Okay, now I'm gonna bed.